Welcome. We are live on, Monday, December the 4th, on our marathon of everyday live for you guys on the month of December, except for the Lord's Day on Sunday, which is our family day. So you guys are in for a real treat. Somebody is going to sit down in this chair in a moment. I'm going to interview... In this video, I'm going to interview a beautiful Ukrainian country girl. And the reason I'm doing this, well, is to dive deep into her psyche, to help us better understand the real why behind the Ukrainian phenomenon that most high-quality, beautiful, traditional Ukrainian women, well, they come from villages and small towns, but not the big cities. But the ultimate purpose of this live stream is to hold another no-holds-barred auction. And some lucky bachelor is going to win our ultimate matchmaking package that past clients have paid 10 grand for. But now you can practically steal it for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder is going to win. 2 years of unlimited dating to meet as many of our 1,147 high-quality Ukrainian beauties as you want. Over, as I say, a 2-year period. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with one of our superstar coaches. Okay, now without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our beautiful Ukrainian country girl interviewee. She is an inspired singer and songwriter, now a passion-driven life coach and matchmaker. Now please help me welcome Nadia.
The world is talking to you. The world is talking to you. The world is talking to you. Oh, you have to hear.
Okay, let's let the bidding begin. This is wonderful. You get a chance to.
I like surprises,
Oh my God.
but not all surprises.
I'm a good at putting people on the spot this week or what? She's like, what the Joseph, what did
Hi
you
guys.
do? Hi guys. Surprise. Guess who my special guest is? Okay. First of all, I just want to set the stage by congratulating my best friend, my wife, my lover, the mother of my magnificent children. I want to congratulate her on recommitting to her passion and reigniting her passion, her biggest, well, I don't know, biggest passion, maybe biggest passion, which is singing and songwriting, which she basically hung up for the experience of getting to build a relationship with Joseph, because I'm maybe not the easiest guy around, you know. And recently she has reignited her passion and rebranded as Nadia from Anna 7. So I'm going to interview her a little bit here. Totally, she was not expecting it. She bolted for the door during preview, but she's recaptured herself, and I gotta just give accolades to my Anya Chica, because one thing I was super impressed from from our very early dating. She told me something that blew my mind. She said, I never turn down a challenge. If I'm invited to do something, like, no matter how afraid I am, and frankly speaking, I've never heard anybody say that in my whole life. And did I really believe her? Not really. But guess what? She's done it every time and time again. I watch her do it. And she's a very brave soul. She's a very brave soul to step into her passion. Because you know what, guys, when we step into our passion, we have fears we have to overcome. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear. And my Anya Chica she kicks fear's ass and takes names.
You don't have fears.
Of course I have fears. Of course I have.
Never
Just don't
saw
tell
them.
anybody about it. Shit, I just did. Okay, live too, and I can't delete it. Can we go back and delete? Okay. So honey, somebody's saying WTF.
It's me, probably. Brian.
Brian Adams. Yeah, Brian. Brian,
Probably
no,
somebody
no,
subscribed to
no.
me. I just
This is
yesterday-
much better looking than Brian, don't you think? So, darling.
No, I just yesterday posted my Instagram
Um,
concert.
Ah,
with
okay.
Brian from-
So, but I'm serious. Today is about interviewing a beautiful traditional Ukrainian country girl. So we're going to get into that in a minute, okay? Because I want you guys to continue to learn to understand what high value Ukrainian women are really made of. What is their viewpoint on this and that and the other thing, all the way down to traditionality. And honey, you just had a live public rating of traditionality. We just asked you guys in a previous live stream, was the last Saturday, how traditional do you vote Anichka, my wife? And I gave different, and on different scales. And you guys basically said an 8. You guys would rate her 8 from 10 in
From
traditionality,
7 to 9.
which is average 8.
But what say you cheating because there was no 10. So it was 7
Ah,
to
so-
9.
Okay, I don't have limited option in the poll, so I couldn't put 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have what you guys think is a 8 out of 10 traditional lady, and I'm going to interview her, where she comes from, what her roots, what was childhood like when she grew up, was she rich, poor, a bunch of questions you guys are going to find out about Nadia now. But before we do, tell us, Anichka,
My new
who is
name.
Nadia, and what happened? What's going on?
Maybe if it's difficult, you can just call Nadia. Shorter, easier. Yeah. In translation from Ukrainian language, it means hope. So easy. Just four letters.
I'll be right back.
Really?
Yeah, close the door.
Ah. Okay.
Furnace noise.
Okay. So I thought I said something wrong. You just
I
It was
bolted
like-
for the door instead of you.
instead of me. Okay.
Let's get rid of this.
Okay. Yeah, let's make it close.
She's always got to hold my hand.
Touch love language. What to do?
Both touch love languages. It's a good thing, guys. Okay, tell us, Nadia. How did that come to be?
Nadia.
First of all, what is Nadia? What does it mean, and why Nadia? First of all,
In translation, it means hope. Okay, it's a hope. I always love, there's 3 words in Ukrainian, Russian language. It's Vira, Nadia, Любов. It's in Ukrainian, which is believe, hope, and love. These 3 words was always very magical to me. And when I was writing again this, I'm very excited because I felt like many years because I was not, I don't know, maybe I changed my focus on building a relationship with Joe. I don't know, but somehow, I just like leave. Maybe I just changed. I was working on myself a lot. To come to a different point where Okay, end result, I feel that this flow of creation, it just came back to me, and I have this big calling in my soul, to continue to create, songs that can be inspirational, can be, healing for people, because simply looking back, I realized that my song that I wrote, You're So Great. Yeah. I wrote it again in flow, just like it just hit me, and just like, you don't write songs in, trying hard, from brain. It's just something that comes to you and just release quickly on paper, or you run where you can record quickly until it's there. That's how normally creation can come. That's, true from like, and then, looking back at this song, I understand it was kind of, we sometimes undervalue everything, we see and watch and, observe around, through films, through music. It's really programming us, programming us for life that we want to live, or just like actually can be very toxic programming, very opposite from what we want. So people have to be more cautious about it's also food, it's like what we put inside our body, but it's not physical food. It's like on very different level, mental level. It's also food for our subconsciousness, what to believe. So when I started to write my songs, my ultimate intention was to give with the songs, to give with my creation, like programming for the positive changes, if I call it this way. Not like, like at the end of the day, we all ultimate goal to be happy, right? This is everything we want in life, the thing that we're going to this and it's not constant thing, right? We go through different life experiences, and we needed them, different life experiences to make us who we are now, so we don't need to disvalue everything that happened to us. And like, but I mean, it's this all journey, right? But so my purpose was through creation to talk to people's heart, to help them to overcome their fears, to basically through listening to my song, to lead them to the better, better life, better version of themselves, So and my song, You're So Great, looking back, and I was sharing with my subscribers, I just realized I wrote song before I met Joe, but it's just describing our, what everything, all experiences that I lived through, from
Together,
the time
like,
yes, from the time when I met you, like everything that happened to me that I write about song. And
it was a vision of the future you wanted.
I mean, it's not I want it, I tell you. It's just something come, not from brain. Again, it just came to me. But then when I was listening again, and just like
you manifested your future.
Basically, it's what happened to me. Yes.
Isn't that cool? She manifested her future through her song. And sweetie, so Nadia came to you. You were just saying to me off camera, it came to you, the name Nadia, when you were writing your new song.
Yes,
getting back into it. Can you tell us what the title of it is and it's about, and what language you're going to write the song in?
Yeah, I feel now I want to write songs in Ukrainian language, and because I feel like Ukrainian people, maybe like never before, need support, need to find their way to to bring their brave and spirit and just courage to go through experiences that happen, and to bring their hope and to bring their courage to find strengths and to be loving, to be to be fulfilling, to find sources to live despite on your reality around. And so when I was writing this song, which calls One More Day, basically, guys, I'm very empathic person. And so as being so, I just like, I can just like, struggling with other people, which is not really helpful to them, right? Or I can use this.
Sorry, what do you mean by that? I didn't understand. Struggling with other people.
Yeah, like I feel people. I feel their pain. And so I can just like, I can become united to their pain, and then I'm not effective, on helping them to overcome it, It's not understandable, no? Okay.
No.
So, or I can, like, when I was writing this song, just before that, I was open and I saw again this missiles and all of that, and I just like, I went to another room, and I felt like I'm there, I'm there. I can feel
in the
people,
war.
Yes, what people feel. Like I don't need physically there, I feel, what they're going through. I watch my, my friends' stories. I see how they, collect, working on their stand of mind to, like in the morning, to release this, on level even body, where like your body, like, suppress, because you like go through big stress, and in the morning you need to relieve it, because you have one more day to live, and it's just like you want to return yourself this joyness, just this hope and everything. So this song I wrote, feeling everything that people feel, and so, and through it I want to also help them. Like there is words of encouragement and of building up their courage, courage to deal with this, and to find way to still embrace love, in their hearts, despite on nothing, because love is the only one thing that will save the world. Doesn't matter how, how this simple it sounds, So, and when I was writing this song, it just hit me like, what do I want with my creation? What do I want, to give people? And so it just came to me, hope. I want to give them hope. This is, one thing that, when we have it, our life continue, but when we lose hope, you see all people who try suicide and all of that. That's all people who lose hope, who didn't have nothing to hold on.
It's the last thing that we lose before we die. Yeah, for whatever reason. We're in the hospital bed, struggling, fighting cancer or whatever, but the last thing to go, it's hope, and then we pass on. It's really such a beautiful message, hope to Ukrainian people now. Just one more day, or not just one more day. One more day, because guys, it's yeah, the world moves on. There's another war in Israel, Hamas and Israel, and it's terrible as well. But Ukrainian people are really struggling, and the world has kind of moved on, and they forget about it. We're in the bride business, and there is a difficult side to it. The ladies, some of them have PTSD, children going through that. And it really requires a very compassionate, caring, understanding man, supportive, all of these things, to be able to be successful with the Ukrainian bride now, Ukrainian lady, and make him her wife. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so Anna just came back to it and is really passionate about it. We bought her a piano with a view. And she's written her first song, and it's just, if I can just say, it's just like, okay, we believe in affirmations, positive affirmations from above, right? That you're on the right path. And how many times has hope, which is what Nadia means in Ukrainian, how many times has hope hit us in the past?
Since I announced,
how many times?
So, it was interesting
because
next day in the morning we went to church and pastor was talking about hope. His whole speech was about hope. Then we was where next was, I don't remember, but I mean, next was you went to this also cartoon with a daughter, and she said it was about hope.
Yeah, we went to see the Disney cartoon called Wish. It was Daughter-Father Day with Elizabeth, our 6-year-old, and she wanted to go see Wish. And that was about hope. You make a wish to the prince. And it was a great movie, but it was about hope. The bottom line, it was about hope.
Something then was something songs or something. And then finally in the group, I was where I'm with the girls now, working, continue to heal myself, it's just group where we helping each other. And when I was telling about this Nadia, all this thing, and she say, one more confirmation for me. I have a daughter who is playing, this drums, and her name is Hope, just so you know. And I was like, okay, enough, I understood. Okay.
Yeah, your regressional hypnotherapist is Nadia, right?
No.
Or who is it?
No,
Nadia?
I tell you, it was one of the lady in the group, and I was talking about Nadia. She said one more confirmation, I was talking about, there is some profession that like I was in a church, I was observing a face and like enjoyment that drum player was, with how much enjoy he was playing. And I was like, there's some profession that, work that we do, like you cannot do without love, but there is still some, people who struggling at work, which is, they basically is struggling because they not do what they soul want to do, but observing him, and I was sharing, like, it was so pleasant to see how passionate he just play song. Yeah.
Well, thank you, honey.
Thank you.
I think we'll move on.
Okay.
Welcome back
Thank you very much.
welcome
Yes.
back to your passion.
I'm excited.
I'm Anna's biggest fan, supporter, and little bit light flame under her butt, you see. I thought you were gonna kill me when we went live playing that intro. Bolted for the door. But you see, she's overcoming her fear, because yes, she does have a fear of failure and a fear of success, both of them, but she doesn't let it stop her. And that's really, guys, if there's a lesson, if you can learn something from Anna, in action, right? She's doing this shit. We're not just teaching it. She's not just teaching it, offering to help you guys through it, but she's doing this stuff. She's practicing what she preaches. And you guys, I know from the surveys, you guys have high levels of fear. Fear, Match Guarantee has scammers. That's your number one fear. Fear that she's going to use you to get a green card, to escape the war. Fear that you don't have enough money, to attract a Ukrainian woman. These are it seems like the top three fears. And there's other fears, right? And, for you to have hope and to have success in making your dreams come true, you have to overcome those fears. And what is fear anyway? Future event appearing real. Fear. It hasn't even happened yet. You're afraid of something that hasn't happened, right? And when you look at it that way, it kind of takes pops the bubble of the fear bubble, takes the power away from fear. Yeah, it hasn't happened. You're afraid of something that hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen. If you believe it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. It's really, it's that powerful. Okay, so what's that? My youngest daughter named Faith. Cool, very cool. Zero fear. Ooh, yeah. Top G. Okay, I love the way you think. No fear.
It's I mean, can you, when I met Joe, he was like, I was playing him my songs and like telling about this as my passion, and then I just shut down for years. Yeah.
You shut down. You shut down from the moment you met me until now.
It was like,
I'm feeling guilty because she left her passion. I basically fell in love with the girl because she played me her song in the taxi heading back to my Don Center. And I was like, oh my God, I like idolized her. It's like, wow, singer-songwriter. And I mean, just her angelic presence and everything, how can you not fall in love with this when you meet it? But yeah, you had given up, and I've been feeling some level of guilty. Yeah.
No, there shouldn't be any guilt. It's like everything happened when we're ready. I understand when I started this journey a long time, many years ago, 7 years ago, I was not just, was not at that level of like understanding, or didn't have enough, like, not strengths, but just like inner strength, to be in this journey that you need, to be a public person. And so, yeah, now working through my meta sessions and quantum healing sessions and regressional therapy, also it helped me a lot, to like take off these fears and blocks. And it's not like you don't need to have expectations. It's all will be, smooth journey, I went on a stage in Ukraine and I was mixing words and like, like feeling so stupid and like,
Yeah, Miss Ukraine. She performed that Miss Ukraine pageant.
No, that's not where I mix words, but it was another stage.
Pageant in Lviv, right?
No, it's another
I'll shut
stage.
up now.
Yeah, but I felt bad. But do you think that it stopped me, from like, from not going back again, and it's one of the biggest fears, being like public performing, but I mean, yeah,
It's
this
before the
journey,
fear of death. The fear of public speaking ranks among fears
Yeah.
and polls before the fear of death. We'd
Yeah.
rather die than speak in public.
this
Yeah, or
journey
perform.
this journney will not be ideal, and it's okay, and this is beauty about it. Don't need to expect, like, if you have expectations, if you want to meet your your soulmate from first introduction, it might not happen with you, but you never know. Maybe each introduction preparing actually you to meet your unicorn, and so like you will appreciate and understand, and like it will work, because you will learn all your mistakes before. So it's always journey, and just have this attitude. And about this comment, everything husband should help their wife and children to optimize their potential. I yeah, thank you for this very positive comment. I believe that relationship of nowadays, like new relationship that match, new energies that come in the planet Earth. It's those relationship where it's not a one way only, like man support woman and children, but it's also like you become both like very empowered people. It's just like it's synergy. You help each other to grow in every way. Help to become better person, help to become more realized, wherever in your your soul request, your vision. So yeah, it's a relationship where where you both develop, because main.
So not 50-50, but 100-100, right? You both, you don't put 50-50, you put 100-100. But yeah, you're talking about even above that. Absolutely. What age are our children? 6 and 11. My age is what, 58, and your age is?
Oh, Joseph, I will have some birthday, and from now on my birthday will be counting down to 30. At 30 we will stop, okay? I hope you don't mind. Again, your age and everything.
So 37.
Something.
Right?
I don't
You're
know.
37
Really, I don't
now.
know. I don't remember. I don't need this number, I become matching you
age
more
is,
because
are you saying age is just a number, honey?
No, it's just not a number. It's state of mind, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. Yes, I like fail forward fast as a motto. Okay, honey, let's begin the interview. Let me, move on. But before we do, let me just say, I did play you the auction video. So the auction is live, right? We're accepting bids for our $10,000 2-year unlimited dating package, full team support, right? And right now the bid is $5,100 is our high bid. You guys are welcome to bid. To bid, just click on the link in the description below. There's instructions, and on the link you need to register, and all the instructions are there at the registration, and you actually submit your bid online. Okay. So I want to ask you first, Lovey, Anyachka, how do you identify? Those are terrible words. Now they have terrible meaning.
Woman, cat, or
I mean, country girl or
squirrel?
city girl. Squirrel. Yeah. Do you identify as a squirrel or a cat, or maybe a hermaphrodite, or I don't know, binary, non-binary, positive, negative? Oh my gosh. Anyway, no, as a country girl or city girl.
I'm complex, hybrid.
Hybrid. That's what I figured. So, Anya, where were you born?
Where were you born?
How old were you when you were born? Where were you born?
No, I born close to China, to Mongolia. It was like 100 kilometers, 70 kilometers to Mongolia.
Look the camera.
Yeah.
You guys notice it? You see?
Yeah, I speak also Chinese, Mandarin. No, it was Soviet Union at that time, and my papa was in the army there. My parents both Ukrainians and met in Ukraine, and just like my mama as a loving, she loved father. Oh my goodness, just like crazy love. She was ready to follow him at the end of the earth, end
She
of
would
planet.
follow.
Yeah.
She would follow him anywhere.
Yeah. So he was.
And they're still together. 40. How many years? 3 years married.
No, I think more already.
More.
I
Okay.
don't know, 45.
Long time,
Yeah.
approaching half a century.
Yeah.
So that. And by the way, guys, when you're shopping for a wife, that's important. Okay, you should tick that box. I'm just saying that's very important. What you see, we have a high value woman here. I think there's no disputing it. Okay, that's what you want to look for, a high value woman. That's the first thing. And when you're looking for that, you want to.
So our daughters will be not high value.
What are you talking about? Don't talk about my daughters like that. My daughters are going to be the top value woman.
No,
what are
I
you
mean
talking
because
about?
I don't have good history.
Why?
No, I don't think this is like
No,
right
come on.
thing. But...
No, I didn't mean like that. Listen, grace is one of the most amazing gifts that anybody can give anybody, and God gave us grace. And we make mistakes. Anya's talking about the fact that she's divorced. I'm divorced as well. We make mistakes and we learn from them and we move on and we hopefully learn. But no, honey, it was a compliment that was giving you. And I was just saying, guys, that if the parents are still married, it's a really positive thing. It's a great role model. You guys know that. It's important when you're shopping for your wife, when you're looking for your wife. So, okay, mom and dad, you were born at the age of 0.
I think it's not important even if they're married still or no. They can live together for years and just not be happy together, I think more important it's
happily married.
Role model in a family, model, what's the reason why they got married, if they're happy together. And even if parents divorce, but they both find happiness and child has, great experiences in child and with both parents, this is very good sign. Actually will more tell you about her relationship with the father, because this is kind of her role model of what she wanted to experience in the relationship. Okay, so I was born there, and then what happened? I don't remember.
And wait, it was a little elevator, not even a town. It was an train stop. It was a train stop.
Yeah, it's just
population 32 people. No, 300 people, something like that.
It's just
this town doesn't exist anymore, right?
No, it exists, but it's abandoned.
Well, that's what I mean. It's abandoned. So, and it was born in a little abandoned Russian town on the China border. Okay, so then you moved to where? At what age?
When I was 4. Father was again moved to Ukraine then, and to south of Ukraine. It's Belgorod-Dnistrovsky city calls. Very beautiful historical place. 2000 years, has 22 names changed in his histories. In the south of Ukraine, warm, nice nature. And
population 50,000.
At that time when we moved, maybe it was I think 60, but it's just it's dropping. Yeah, it's
about 2 hours south of Odessa. And so she grew up, you see, that's not exactly country, but it's small town, right? So we're not talking about village girl. So there's kind of village girl, country girl, city girl, metropolis girl, And we're talking in this stream about the differences by highlighting Anna's history. And the thing is, you were raised in Belgorod-Dnistrovsky till what age before you moved?
Till 17.
And then what happened at 17?
17, I had to choose where to move, because in my actually in my city there was a university, but not university, but you can apply to university and just get education, but without visiting 2 times a year, for example, university, to pass exams. But and some people was doing this, some classmates of mine. Most if you want to get education, you need to go to bigger cities. Most of the people was going around, deciding between Odessa, Kharkiv, or Kiev, because there's the biggest numbers on universities, a lot of opportunities. Plus I was looking to get a grant from government. And so I needed to choose something where, I will have great chance to be accepted because my parents was not able to pay for education. And so they was telling me this all 11 years in my school, that you need to study good, you need to study good, you need to study good, because like
we can't pay for your university. And
Yeah.
university's cheap like borscht in Ukraine, guys. It's not like in the West. It's very cheap. Honey, I want to ask you, not to, okay, so you moved, but really, I should have asked you, describe how you grew up. So to the age of 17, let's talk about the financial. How was your parents' finances? Can you paint the picture of money in your family? Was it abundant? Were you guys rich?
No. No, it was very difficult. I was raising in this. We came back to Ukraine in 1989, and so in 1991, Soviet Union crashed, and this was really tough times all over Ukraine. Doesn't matter which city, like people were struggling. Bandits, mafia, whatever it was, like just like
bread lines, meat lines, food lines.
Yeah, it was even before, but I mean, it was difficult time probably, like as for parent, but for me, I don't know, like as a child, you just see things differently, right?
Yeah.
So I saw
you
that
just need love as a child.
Yeah.
Mostly you need parental love.
Yeah,
and then you're happy.
I was seeing that my parents
Candies.
struggling with they couldn't buy me nothing, so I was like very understanding about this, so I never asked them to buy nothing. That's how I grew up. Like they was telling, we have like very strange child who don't want nothing, don't ask nothing. Not strange, but they was like very happy because they was seeing different stories, where like my not friend, but she just neighbor, and she was telling her parents, okay, you give a birth me, so you now owe me to like provide me a certain level of lifestyle, like why did you invite me in your family if you cannot like give me everything I want. So I never was a child. I was like, and so yeah, it was very, very like my mama was baking bread, and one time in a month, the only one time when I eat candy, she was buying, I remember 100 grams, it was 6 candies, so these 6 candies I could, she was sharing with me, and this day was mama's salary, so I know that this day she got salary because she bought me the 6 candies that we was sharing, and you can just piece by piece a little bit to eat and enjoy. And with all of that, my father always like was trying to provide, to like try to do his best, and he was going to different projects, always like was, I don't know, failing in a lot of like frustration, and it was the times where we was mother, we was staying, and we was not in touch at that time. No, mobile phones or something. We didn't know if father like everything good with him or no, where he is, and we was collecting coins in our, like drawer to buy some food or something. And my mother was making for me from her dresses. She was making clothes for me, because she was like, she was feeling that she didn't want children to laugh at me, that I didn't. So she managed to learn how, she bought this machine and managed how to do it, and she was creating for me clothes. And she also what happened when she got married with father, it was very, very, like, I don't know if I can compare now to marry like IT guy, it's very prestigious was in Soviet Union to marry army man. And so that really this time when like when she married, and like several first years, like I don't know, like maybe 7 years, it never was like financial issues. That's much later happened when Soviet Union crashed, and my father, was facing that, he's not anymore army, have to find like, himself again. And so, yeah, it was, and then Soviet Union crash and crisis, financial. And I remember how, ruble was crashing, and I was having like thousands of rubles in my, and then I could buy on like 5,000, I can buy 1 gum. I was like happy about this gum. From my money that somewhere, yeah. So it was devaluation. Then hryvnia was taken as a new currency when it was default complete. So it was challenging time, I believe, for like all people in Ukraine. I mean, what happened at like before Soviet Union, it was not exist like people as entrepreneurs, capitalism, it was not something that was there, right? So people who had this, entrepreneur skill, they was like, they quickly understood what to do, and some of them just like decided, okay, I allow myself to take over plant, so some of them become super rich all of a sudden, and it was involved also bandit and mafia, all these things. And most of the people just was crazy struggling, with trying to, like, I mean, as I grew up, we didn't have water, like warm water, or like I was taking bath in this plastic things,
Tub, yeah.
tub, yeah, small, like,
Me
and
too.
yeah,
On the farm.
or my mama had shower at work, so I remember sometimes she was taking me at her work to take shower. And then first time when I remember in Kharkov, when I went to my grandmother, and I was sitting there in her bus stop and seeing this hot water running from, in a bathroom. I remember I was so excited and so happy, and I was like, this is miracle, hot water from, in the bathroom, and I'm sitting here. And I remember how I was like in trying to picture, and like memorizing this moment, because it was so like something so excited, like, you see. And in this regard, I believe, Western men who date Ukrainian women, who was not spoiled, or like, grew up in a very like very simple life, it's much easier to, like, not kind of to impress her, but something like to give her this, like I was this child, sitting in this bathroom, in simple things that for you, okay, you don't see nothing like special about this, but not now in Ukraine. Okay, everybody in big cities you have water. Maybe in villages still, a lot of villages still have the same problem. No centralized, water. But what I want to say, that it's important. I know for every man to feel appreciated. And so with the simplicity of life that most of Ukrainian people have, it's much easier to, like, to get this appreciation from women, because like Western world much more progressive from everything that was in Ukraine, or at least even not now. Now it's very it's very progressed life in the big cities, definitely. But anyway, like, you have these memories of how it can be, and so you can appreciate what you have, now or today, right?
Yeah, it's like we say, you can take the country out of the you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. Same for a girl. Like, your roots are very important. And like Anna's saying, Ukrainian women are easily impressed. It's like she said, impressed. Ukrainian people often haven't been skiing, never. Skating,
Never.
yeah. Like, you name simple things, like on a boat, on a motorboat, on a sailboat, never. Had sushi. I encountered that. Never had sushi. That's not you, though.
I love sushi.
But these things we all take for granted in the West, that everybody's pretty much done. They haven't done. So they're very appreciative. There isn't this, what you guys always complain about Western women, is this entitlement attitude. It is not in Ukraine among high-value Ukrainian women. Isn't this really enlightening, guys? Really, how you grew up? And I grew up similar as a poor Manitoba country boy. So we have this commonality of appreciation in life, not taking things for granted, and it's one of our common threads. Yeah, that binds us. One of many. Okay, thank you, honey. And is that it for your childhood? That you want to talk about before we move to Kiev at 17?
Yeah, I want to say that for, like, despite on how hard, financially was life, and like I am like first time ever New Year tree we had. I don't know. One time when we didn't go to Kharkov. So in Kharkov was living my native brother with my grandma, and so every year, we was meeting for family. So was our like, doesn't matter what, we have to have money to buy a ticket, on train, and so it was like this, family values that to meet each other, and always in summer. Also, I was coming to Kharkov, to that's where my grandmother and grandfather live, and I was spending there like most of the summers. And so yeah, important was this time of sharing, and my grandfather.
Dedushka Kola.
Yes, he was such an angel. Yes, he was stepfather of my mom, and he never had children, and he has so much love to give, really. I think, like my father, he he had hard time expressing his feelings, because maybe the way it was in his family. But I mean, I always felt how he loves me, everything. But when he was young, these things come to us with age, like appreciation. I don't know, childhood. When I was talking to Joe recently, when Elizabeth say about this, mother-daughter, father-daughter day, I say take it, enjoy it, because like she will never be always 5 years old, and now he has this fun desires, and in like, I don't know, in 3 years probably this will be not a case for her, but now she's in this funny age. And so I feel like my father now looking in grandchildren, he's like dissolving in this love, and like my grandfather, at his age, like already you just reevaluate, things what important, and you really can find time, because grandfather was working less and just was playing cards with me and like spending this quality time. And yeah, as a child, everything you want just to feel loved, feel needed, feel, yeah. So anything else, it was, yeah, that's what I want to say. We was traveling, and that's this Christmas, Christmas, New Year times I was spending with my grandfather, also all family together. And yeah, I'm not sure why, but I mean, I think also because of financial issues. Like, I mean, never celebrate my birthday, and my birthday first we was celebrating when I was already 15, and so I invite my friends from school, and we really done like very big party, and even my mama left for a night. I think even like, I don't know, it was like a disco. I remember she cooked very tasty cookies, and this party was like, maybe it was one time, but it was like a really great party, because like it was, yeah. I think also my mama has her own issues,
You never celebrated your birthday, like until 15th birthday?
Yeah, it was like kids,
Mm-hmm.
with kids, just like with my parents, and just like.
So why no celebration of your birthday?
I think also because cannot afford to invite anybody, because you need to cook table and feed guests with somebody, like in Ukraine, if you invite, at that time when we were celebrating, mama prepares so much food, I don't know, like crazy. Now Ukrainian table should be you cannot just invite and there will be nothing on a table. So yeah, and then you need to buy all these things, to be able to put on the table. And so if you for many Ukrainian people, like if you cannot make nice table, better you don't invite, because you feel ashamed that you cannot feed people, so if you invited in Ukrainian any party or just home, make sure you didn't eat, because you will need space in your stomach, and they will be offended if you will come and didn't eat. So they like really to feed people.
Okay, babe. Anything else about your childhood you want to tell?
I was my mama brought me everywhere. Like, I mean, I was going to music school for three times a week, and dance classes 2-3 times a week. No, normally 2, but sometimes we have repetition if we're going to perform. yeah, those things, like I remember it was 20 hryvnias per month. Even this was very hard for mama to pay, for parents to pay for my dance classes. And school, I think, and I was also in lyceum, the best like school in the city, in a high school, because they give good education. I was like student with a 50% discount of, or something like this. Yeah. So they was trying to give me the best education possible within, like they was always investing in my education, like trying to save money on different things. I don't know, clothes or something, but just like trying to invest hardly in my education, in development the child, need. So yeah,
Guys, you
mhm.
should see this girl dance. I said to, can you guys vote or whatever in chat now? Would you like to see shorts of Anna dancing? Because she's crazy talented. 15 years of dance school and 7 years of piano. She's amazing. When you do hit the stages singing, you're certainly going to have the dance moves to add to the voice. It's crazy. She's crazy,
Oh,
amazing
come on,
dancer.
Joseph.
Well, I'm serious. I just sit back and watch you like, wow, oh my God. I feel like this is Lady Gaga show. Or who's the
I don't know who you feel like. It
uh-huh.
was yeah, it was. I love dances more than piano school because.
Oh, okay. Look, they would like to see some dance shorts from
Yes,
Anna.
okay.
You want to see some dance shorts?
What you have here or what?
What?
You have here shorts now. This is just like.
I've got a dance short. Would you like to see a dance short of Anna? No, I don't have one. No, I'm not going to take you by another surprise. Okay, great. That's wonderful. So we get a great picture of how you grew up, and you got
And
lots of love from Dedushka Kola, and your dad was a bit colder, like my dad. He was really cold to my brothers because we have big age gap. My brothers, like 19 year age gap. I was an oops. So yeah,
I
what was I
I
gonna
don't.
say?
I cannot say he was
Uh,
cold, but it's just like
my
he.
old man was cold, stoic, and yeah, your dad has warmed up, and as did my dad. He warmed up with years as he became, older after 60 for sure.
It's like he was always busy, busy with something, but like.
And you know how some people don't know how to express love. For example, they can't
Yeah,
say "I love you,"
yeah.
right? That's your dad,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though he loves you to pieces, he would
Mm-hmm.
take a bullet for you. He'd step in front of a locomotive train for you to save you, right? You feel that. I feel it too, but he doesn't say I love you, right? And my dad was the same. Well, it's uncanny how that is. My dad couldn't express love, but your grandpa did.
But my father, he was like, show me how you love me. And so then I need, from my childhood, this always was task, then I have to hug him as
Squeeze.
strong as possible,
Ah.
and like, he say like, no, I don't feel love, you need stronger. And then I like, oh, like all my force, everything
And that's
possible.
why Anya always
And
says
I
to me,
think, yeah.
"No, it's not strong enough. Harder." And I literally have to take the breath away, take her breath away,
Yeah,
like
that's how we was
yeah,
expressing
before
basically.
she's
and i
happy with
think
my hug.
and I think this is touch language from here, because that's
Uh-huh.
the way I was like feeling loved. It was just not talk, but this was action, like action of touching and like squeezing each other. So that's the
They're
way.
saying I'm teasing them about your dancing, about showing us
Oh,
how they really
Joseph.
want it. They really want it. Okay, honey. So that's wonderful. Now at 17, you moved to Kiev. You're all grown up.
Yeah, it was funny because it was not easy decision. I actually applied to Odessa University and was accepted. And I always like heard that people in Odessa, they don't like people from Odessa region, because they, for them, we like village people, and like not good enough developed, and like, and I was like, if I want to live there, like I was, that's what I was hearing, right? But I never experienced living there. Like, I mean, I actually lived there when war started, and I didn't have this feeling. But at that time, when I was, yeah, small girl, I was like, And then my brother, my native brother, he was living in Kharkov, and so my choice basically was if I could enter, right? It was between Kharkov and Kiev, because I really wanted to go far away from parents. And in Kharkov, there was my grandma, with whom I had always like, tough relationship, kind of. I mean, I know the way she was expressing her love to me by disciplining me or anything. And she was always like telling my mom, "Oh, you will get with this girl. Just wait, later, you will get,
She's a problem, yeah.
she was
Problem
like a
waiting to
problem.
happen.
Yeah,
Oh.
And I was like, no way, I want to go to Kharkov because then I will be living with my grandma, and like I don't want. And then I mean, I just wanted actually like to have freedom, not like to have parents around. And so then I like took my chance. I put my documents in Odessa University, applied, and I was like taking a chance if I can get for free in Kiev. And yeah, I when I was accepted to one of university, I didn't go to second to finish exams. I just quickly take on a bus to to Odessa to pick up my documents. Even I remember my father made joke on me. Oh, he's very funny. He has such a nice,
great sense of humor.
Yeah, he was like, we was discussing. My parents always like listen to me. They was like very respectful to me. And when we was talking, they say, "Okay, you want Kharkov or Kiev or what we do?" I say, I want no, I don't want Kharkov. And then we come back and he said, "Okay, we heard what you want, but we parents, we know what's better, so we bought you ticket to Kharkov." And I was like crying nonstop, like for several hours, like, why Kharkov? So I will live with my grandma. And then I opened tickets and I see there is Kiev. I was like, "Papa, why you making joke on me?" Like, we wanted to see if you really want. And then at the same time, my brother also told that he's moving from Kharkov to Kiev. So this was one more reason why it was nice to understand that we'll be now living together, right, with my brother. So it was very exciting news. And it was one more reason that was giving me inspiration to pass exams good. And so we went there. It was like very interesting, my perception of big city, of Kiev, first time. Like I was impressed with clean cars around. I remember I was like, how it's possible cars so clean, and so many cars, so different, a lot of traffic. It's very different, like different feelings this big city give you. And my mama was, I remember, just before like passing exams, she was going with me to shop to buy me dark chocolate. She said, "Please eat dark chocolate so your brain will work good, because like you need to pass exams." She was like, "I'm here with you, the way, well done." You can. Very supportive. And so basically when I find out that I am accepted, I just quickly go to Odessa, despite on that I have their best friend of my school friend, and we was going to live together in dormitory and everything was set up. I just like say sorry. I took document from this. It was actually ecological university, ecology. I could have become ecologist. But so I took my documents and bring to Kiev. And that's where my story begins, in Kiev.
So, guys, one thing about university education titles, it's very different in Ukraine. It's so funny because when we do a soul profile video, everybody knows to come to me to translate what does this degree mean in our world, right? So Anna has the equivalent of a master's in admin, an M.Admin, or an MBA in entrepreneurship. That's what she ended up getting.
Getting it. So when I came to Kiev, my first was like in the first year, I was nonstop walking, watching, observing, like learning this city, and like so big hunger was, so big hunger to understand the city, to see most of it. So I was going all time to theaters, because I never experienced living in a small city. You don't have this, and it's really very fulfilling for soul. It's art, it was very, very interesting for me. And then I realized after 1 year talking to people, to my group mates who grew up in Kiev, that I already saw and watched more than they in all their life, because they live in Kiev, and for them it's just like everything, like they don't have this big hunger as like people who came from small cities, this big curiosity.
So what, honey, let me ask you, what was the big difference between the small town, we'll say, kind of country, to the capital city, Kiev? What was the big difference, the main differences that you saw and experienced? And specifically, if you can say, like, the types of women or girls. So how were the girls in your hometown? And then how did the ladies, the girls, late teens, how are they in Kiev? How are they different? Because we're talking about the difference between country girl and city girl, or small town girl and city girl. What did you notice?
Okay, let's start from in Kiev. It's this like super big mix of all people from, like, I don't know, it's like mini New York, you have like all different perspective, all like somebody speak Ukrainian, somebody Russian. It's village girls, really village girls. I had one group mate who really like from deep village, and the way she speak, it's always like, even in 5 years, we was like, she
Russian,
made very big progression, like on the way she dressed herself, on style, everything, but the way she speak, it was like goes very like slow, changing. So it was mix, and our whole group, it was mix of like village, small city, and big city, and like all
in university in
Kiev.
In
university, all different.
And so what the differences between them? What did you notice?
So what I noticed that like village girls who actually come to Kiev, it's a super big adventure for them, this is just like, I remember for me it was like big, huge step, and for village this is at all, it's like super. So most of them who come to Kiev, it's those who has this, and normally they build very big career normally in Kiev, because they come there not accidentally. They have this inner, like ambition that, calling them, that they can do better, and they normally they do the biggest progression they can be very ambitious, they can be very career oriented, those village girls that actually come to big cities, compared to those village girls who stays in the village. It's very traditional women who just, who's happy with their, with whatever happened in their life, they very like keepers, just one family and peaceful, quiet life. A lot of village people, they just cannot handle even small city to live in. I'm not talking about big city. They just feel like it's their energy draining. They cannot be around.
That's my sister-in-law, who's Ukrainian.
People. Yeah.
In Manitoba, right? Nellie, she can't even go into Winnipeg or Dauphin because she's in the country, deep country. She can't handle it. The traffic, the people, the congestion, everything.
Yeah. It's the same in Ukraine. Those one from village who come, they do like amazing progress on their development, on like, on working on themselves, and they So those who from small cities, they also like, doing progression, and also not accidentally come to big cities, because big cities give you some possibility and perspective for, for development, to find good job, to I don't know, to expand yourself basically. And so when I was when I finished university, I didn't make decision to go back to my small city, because I understood I will have less, proposal at work, and like my lifestyle will be different. I was like not ready to shrink myself. But I had classmates who went back, and I had those one who never came to small city, and all these people, they much more like, I don't say like just like less ambitious, but really they just.
Who's less ambitious?
no, those people who never go from small city to big city, and those who was in a big city just got education and then go back to their home because they feel better themselves living in a small city. They just want less things in life, and I'm not talking about material things, just like less need.
Well, they're content with the quiet life, right?
Yeah,
they're
quiet
happy
life,
with the
yeah.
quiet life.
Yeah.
I mean, my family is the same. My brother married a Ukrainian 40 years ago. So I grew up with Ukraine culture, right? So it was very natural for me to want to seek a Ukrainian wife. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
and then there is this Kiev girls, who grew up in Kiev. There is also different types of them, some of them like very very sophisticated, a lot of them they want, just like me, to leave their home and expand themselves. So a lot of them, they go to get education abroad. So for them, Kiev is already not a place. But those who stay in Kiev, they normally go to like VIP university, like Shevchenko, or like the best universities, and or Mogilevsko University. So they try to get the best education, to be surrounded with their people who match their the level of development. So some of them very, very grow up in a rich family, and like want to surround themselves with a certain social economic class people, and some of them, they very, like, if they didn't go like to study abroad, some of them like very, like, call it home plant, homebody. They continue to live with their parents. They're very quiet. They're very they less, as I said, some of them was like, really, you saw this, where is that, like in 1 year I saw more of Kiev than they saw in all their entire life living there. One of my group mate never been in underground.
Never been on the subway.
17 years old, within my group. I said, what do you mean you never been to underground? She said, never. My parents always drive me
subway
everywhere.
System. Wow.
Subway, yeah, like my parents always drive me. Yeah, like,
wealthy family.
I don't know about wealthy, but
must be. Never been in underground.
It was so much limitation of her freedom that actually is broke up in she went very different direction in life from what her parents want her to do. That's what happened when you try to
Okay, honey, let's spice things up a little, okay? Let's get a little sexy.
Oh my goodness.
What are guys want to know, really? Like, let's get some juicy details. What's the difference between a small town girl and a city girl? In terms of, I don't know, just tell us. You went to the club. You went clubbing when you were 17, 18, 19, 20. You were quite a club party animal, as I remember. Dancing.
I was loving to dance, not just.
You love dancing. You went to the clubs.
I have fun, like normal. I have dormitory. I have like all the students and like these fun times.
And so you seen how the girls were behaving in the clubs. How do they? What's the difference between a city girl and a small town girl? Vis-a-vis club, vis-a-vis how many men, maybe body count.
I don't
country
think,
girl,
I don't think
city
this
girl.
is actually defining from where girl, there is just some clubs that that's like in Ukraine where butterflies, or how to call them, working
girls.
Yes.
Prostitutes.
Yes. And I've experienced myself like situations, not one time, when we was coming to a nightclub, and me and my friend, who was very beautiful girl too, like they don't allow us to come, and like we don't not because the way we was dressed or like the way we looks, everything was fine, just because somebody later explained us like we will be competition to girls who work in there. So I was like, wow. So, but this is like high-end nightclubs, okay? Average nightclubs, you can go anywhere, like no problem. But just like luxury one, there is a lot of girls who came there not just to dance like me was coming there, but just like actually work. So to find clients and yeah.
Do you think nightclubs, you know, in Ukraine with Ukrainian women is a good place to meet high quality woman?
No, I believe that this is more like an, you know, more like an accident, you know, if you will meet their good girl.
Yeah, like a birthday girl, right? A
Yeah,
birthday party
you
at a
can
club,
meet her.
maybe.
Yeah, it's like some, you know, yeah, young ladies just collect together to go. I mean, there is no definitely no, like I cannot be categorical. No, you cannot meet. You can meet, but this is just very. It's more an exception
Than the rule.
But the same about men. Why girls, like, you know, they expect him to meet men, but they every time when they go there, they've been offered for things like one night stand, and they're like, oh, probably this is not the good place to look for, you know, serious relationship. So, you know, most of good girls, if they good girls, okay, like decent ladies who are looking for serious relationship, if they go to nightclub, they just don't have expectations. They just come and dance and just have fun and just not trying to focus on, you know, making connections or meet somebody, because they're just, yeah, they're just.
So what?
A lot of sex tourists. Oh, in Kiev. Oh my goodness.
A lot of sex tourists in Kiev.
Crazy foreigners. Oh, there's so many different nations. Okay, let's put it this way. Across Black Sea.
Turkish.
A lot
of Turks.
A lot.
Ukrainian women don't like Turks, generally speaking. Bad reputation. Sex tourism. Yeah. But they're handsome, right?
A lot of them, yeah.
A lot of them handsome, yeah. I heard that a lot. Yeah, well, the handsome boys. Okay, so what else? I mean, how many times, like, how often did guys try to pick you up to take you home when you were in clubbing? 19, 20? Oh.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh,
okay.
I don't remember.
That's the end of our interview. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay, I had one serious relationship.
You had one serious relationship?
From man that I meet in nightclub, yes.
How old were you?
19. But he was not clubber also. It's kind of, he was accidentally there. I mean, we were going maybe 2 more times after this, you know, just to dance together, but not like the thing that a lot of people in clubs, they're like really clubbers. They cannot live without clubs. So this is a lifestyle. I have like friend of my friend, you know, so I know her very good. She's really, I don't know. She was, you know, she's really nice, hospitable girl, you know, was looking for serious relationship, but just like she was always targeted, you know, nightclubs with these hopes, you know, and just like was not learning about it. But it also like it was part of her need, you know. She always like felt like, oh, she need to go, you know, dance. I don't know, maybe it's this extra energy to release, I don't know. But it was, and she always was frustrated with the quality of man that she meet, and like, but I say, why you didn't like choose, you know, your strategy, you know?
Why do you go to church?
To go to,
not the club.
I mean, I don't
no,
know.
I mean, she's complaining about the quality of man, but hey, that's what you get. You know, I will share that, and this is good, honey, that we actually in these long interviews, you know, I maybe get to learn something new, tidbit of information about my wife, because I didn't know you met somebody serious in a club before. You learned something about me yesterday, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, yeah, about one of my exes.
But my relationship didn't end up good. So.
There you go.
But he had serious intentions.
I had an ex that was a clubber, and she would always tell me, "Oh, I just have a lot of energy, you know," and she didn't drink at all.
Oh, yeah, that's me too.
I was at the club.
Tea and like,
no, didn't drink. Oh wait, no, sorry, didn't drink. No, I'm mixing. Nope. That's not true. She drank. She drank, but yeah. Anyway, she'd go clubbing and without me, and I wasn't invited. That's when the red flags started going up. Going, no, this doesn't sound not right here, right? So yeah, that was a monkey branch situation, you know. They're dating you until somebody better comes along. And it took me a while, 6 months to really get that. But yeah, okay, I digress. This is about you.
I mean,
Okay.
if you're dating girl and she just went to nightclub with her friends, maybe they have, I don't know, when we had the birthdays, we went to nightclub, then we go to karaoke, then we go like all night, we go somewhere, we celebrate. And so this is part of like, and you can meet girl, who's been like, with her friends. And can be, can be an exception, but just like if you see the girl who's like every Friday she's like at work going to nightclub and she's like clubber, this is difficult thing. It's very addictive kind of, it's like,
I mean, I did
like
it in my early
gambling.
20s, but I outgrew it pretty quickly. And there was maybe a 3-year period where I would go maybe every second weekend. Oh, yeah. Okay, honey, let's distill this down. Let's try. I mean, it's wonderful to hear about you and your history, how you were raised, everything. In a nutshell, distilling it all down, what, in your experience, being a country girl, then moving to the big city for 18 years living in Kiev, and now, as you said, you're a hybrid mixture. I'm also a hybrid, country boy, city boy. I'm a hybrid too. So how would you distill down the differences? Let's start with country girl. Who is a country girl? What are her qualities in terms of what a man would want to know? Then, yeah. So first, let's do country. We got country.
It's a girl who normally, okay, I mean, if she wants something big, she will go. Like if she stay with the country and happy to live there, it's a girl who like more like quiet, peaceful life, or with some stability. Don't need to, I don't know, chasing rabbits, whatever.
What? Don't need to chase a rabbit?
Or carrot.
Translation, please, honey.
Okay,
Paraphrase.
Normally she's not, a lot of them not very ambitious, just like they're happy with just their life, simplicity of it, they don't want to. And actually, yeah, a lot of women. Okay, one more thing I want. Wait, I will tell now about Kiev. It's a mix. When you see in our like application woman, she's Kiev, but it doesn't mean she grew up there. You see the differences. I also spent most of my life in Kiev, but I'm hybrid, so this is always thing that was different. What I want to say that a lot of our ladies who this type of probably like small city ladies, when they date Western men, they see in like how men like you know involved in this racing of chasing money, material stuff, and this is something that not responding to them, like they don't get it, like why I need a bigger home, bigger car, bigger something, because this is just not something they want. They want to have time to enjoy life, to go some simple, I don't know, picnic, shashlik, I don't know, like our friends here, that Irina, our daughter friend, was, they go every free time, they go fishing, here nonstop. First, probably what they've done in the first 3 days in Canada, get fishing license, and they all time going in nature. Now it's even cold, they still go fishing. I said, did you caught something? No, it was not successful, but we will go soon again. It's like they just enjoy nature. This
like your brother.
Yeah, my brother
just give
too.
him a fishing rod and he's
goodness,
happy
it's just
all
like,
day.
So yeah, my brother not small city boy, but I mean it's just like people really enjoy, doesn't matter where they live, but especially those who live in small cities, when this woman with their very like very reasonable needs of her, meet man who talks only about money and how much he works, and she just realized he doesn't have any hobby, any free time. She just asking, and where am I in all this picture will be, I'm like, will arrive to his city, to his life, and he will be always at work, and I'm in new, country, and like she just like asking herself. And this is also the reason why when she observing some of our couples breaks, because like, and our matchmaker always tell guys, please not to talk only about work when do you meet, girl, like be romantic, build this like personal connection, find out which movies you like you have, like what interests you have, like if you want a person to be, if you want to meet this person like well developed in every area, be yourself this interesting person, work is not everything that exists in the world, you have other things. So like it scares them when man very materialistic and everything that he wants just it's maybe not even everything he wants, but just this mindset, and I understand it just comes from higher expenses of living and just a lot of pressure that man goes through. But I mean, you kind of need to sort out things, to build your dialogue where you're not, you come on a date and you still in your head, you continue, to be at work. You're here and now with her. So please be present, talk about you and her and see like, possibility, and like if you have crossing, plans, interests, and like how you can spend time together.
Oh, look, take a look. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
The ultimate purpose of this live stream is to hold another no-holds-barred auction. And some lucky bachelor is going to win our ultimate matchmaking package that past clients have paid 10 grand for. But now you can practically steal it for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder's going to win. 2 years of unlimited dating to meet as many of our 1,147 high-quality Ukrainian beauties as you want. Over, as I say, a 2-year period. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with one of our superstar coaches. Okay, let's let the bidding begin.
Hey guys, just a reminder that we're having that auction, and the bidding details is in the description below this video. If you care to steal our 10K 2-year package, you can do that now. So honey, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's Country Girl. That is Country Girl. Anything else about Country Girl? So down to earth, simplicity, easy to please.
If man wants to like woman, if man wants like, I want to provide her, I don't want her to work, you better look in a small city ladies, because you will find more of those one there who can, possibly imagine themselves with this lifestyle, or like have just very limited a little bit of work, I don't know, a hobby or something. It's better chance than to find her in a big city. Yeah, village even more, but I don't know. A lot of
what about village girls?
Village girls,
That's like deep woods village girl. I have a friend, Mr. X. Yeah. We joke all the time. He says, I don't need a village girl. I need a deep woods village girl, because he's that consummate, but the thing is, he's that consummate businessman, always working, making money. He makes a shit ton of money, $500,000 a year online, and yet he wants a village girl. But it's interesting what you just said, because they're like, where do I fit into all of this? Anyway, his search continues.
No, he wants her to cook and
yeah, he wants cooker, cleaner, barefoot and pregnant, children.
But he wants her to look sophisticated. So this is hard. That's why I smile, because this is very hard to actually meet in like really village, deep wood. So this is kind of conflicting a little bit.
Yeah, he's looking for the unicorn as well. Listen, there's a cool question. Let's pop it up here, Jason. So answer the question. Anna, have you ever scolded Joseph about money.
I don't know what's called.
I scolded. Bad.
What for?
Give me shit.
For
Have you ever given
about
me shit about money?
How you spend?
I don't know anything about money. He doesn't specify.
No. I
You've
mean,
never
why
told me?
would you do this?
You've
I
never
mean,
told me.
I mean, treat people how you want to be treated. Why I would tell somebody how to spend money if, like, in the expectation that somebody will tell me how to spend money?
Yeah,
So
no,
I think we all
she never has,
adults.
guys. She never has scolded me. I'm free to spend, and I'm a spender, so sometimes I need scolding.
I just give you information, but like you're free to decide
Yeah.
what to do.
Of course, engineers are calculating. We're freaking engineers. What do you think we do? We calculate everything. um, what's it? Okay, you can take Joe out of the business, but you can't take the business out of Joe. Yeah,
And
guilty as charged.
On this note, Jason, Ukrainian women, they're afraid of men who will be scolding them, you know, like, okay, they say, you took me with manicure, my hair, you know, like everything, you know, very looks nice, but then when you marry me, all of a sudden, oh, you cannot to do nails, like, or maybe you can do like one time in 1 month, in a month, or maybe you can do pedicure one time in half a year, so this will be more like, you know, appropriate amount of money how you spend, you know. And women afraid of that. They don't want, you know, they live without you, they was taking care about these things, and they want men to be like understanding it's a part of her, you know, expenses that invested in beauty. You took her and you fall in love with her the way she was, like, you know, she was taking care about her, and she don't want now to be with a man who will telling her, listen, this manicure very, you know, expensive, so please don't do, or like, I like you without cosmetics, please don't stop spending money on cosmetics or something, you know. So this is probably.
Yeah, and have I ever scolded you about money?
No.
Okay, there you go. She doesn't want to be scolded, so she doesn't scold me. Smart girl. Calculating, no. Okay, no, just kidding, honey. 50-50. Okay, so city girl. How, I think we got a good picture of country girl, village girl, and how does the city girl compare?
City girl, big city girl.
Yeah, yeah. Kiev girl, big city girl. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, there is also like several subtypes, you know, some like very, very rich, very from rich families, very spoiled and hard to please, you know, go to the best universities, driving, I don't know, the best cars that dad buy, or I don't know, just like maybe spoiled from ex relationships, you know, being in relationship with some rich man. So a lot of them, they know their self-worth and self-values, generally speaking, higher than any city girl. So they want Joseph. They want.
It happens to me every time you talk about city girls, spoiled city girls. I can't help it.
They want more from men. They want more from relationship, especially if she's beautiful and like.
I break out into a rash and my eyebrow twitches. I don't know. Yeah, allergic to them. I'm allergic to them.
No, but
I only like myself a good old country girl.
But there is not all of them like
you
that.
Should see Anna in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. Ooh. It's like Dolly Parton when she was 19.
But there is not all of them like that. I tell you, I met in my group was some girls who grew up in Kiev, but they live very very, I don't know how to say, not shy, but like very
outgoing.
No, not outgoing.
Withdrawn.
Actually, yeah, like was not decent, but like, I don't know, very modest life, very modest. So it depends on the family. So not all of them like just like
Bingo.
You know, outgoing. A lot of them modest.
Depends on your upbringing.
Yeah, they live with their parents, even like they, you know, they finish university, they continue to live until they meet right man, you know. So they're very down to earth in the expectations. But I mean, normally you can see most of the things just from lady appearance, or the way she looks, or the way she describes who she's looking for. Normally, those who have higher expectations, they don't hide it, you know. like this soul profile with a red hair.
Oh my
She
God!
text
Hey,
direct.
that's exactly what I was just thinking. Got to talk about the red girl.
Yeah, she didn't hide
At
this,
the
right?
beginning
Her
intro.
expectations.
Watch it on the replay. The red dress girl doing the spin. I shot that. I shot her on Passage, and that was during her soul profile. Please tell. She's a Match Guarantee. Was Match Guarantee girl for a day. For a day. Tell.
What do you mean tell?
Oh, okay. You have something to tell? Okay.
No, I say
I'll tell the story then.
Yeah.
Okay, just quickly. I mean, that's a big city girl, right? And she spent 10 years, she lived with her parents, who are quite wealthy in Dubai. And she had quite an affluent life in Dubai. So when she joined Match Guarantee, she wanted to do the soul profile, did the soul profile. She was like 27 or something like that. I had a nice conversation with her. She seemed like a nice enough person and everything. But the reason she lasted with us only one date is because she invited our client to meet her in Louis Vuitton. Let's meet at Louis Vuitton. Never had that one. And then when they met there, she said, yeah, would you like to buy me something? That's what she said. And so he reports back to us. And that's it. She's gone. We punted her because that's not the behavior we want from our ladies. That's not what guys are looking for the most part, right? Even though fully within her rights, she's high sexual market value, 27, never married, no children. She can have whatever she wants. She wants a rich guy. And she cuts to the chase by saying, hey, you want to buy me a bag in Louis Vuitton? If the guy buys her a bag, guess what? He's a prospect. If he doesn't, she saved herself a lot of time, right? That's a smart woman. It all depends what you want, right? Us guys, what do we want? We want a well-figured woman. Yeah, most guys want a slim, sexy, feminine woman, right? What did the girl want? The girl wants a man that can provide different degrees of that. She wants a high-level entrepreneur provider. And she even told me that. She wants an entrepreneur. She feels more comfortable with a man that has his own business and company, and she wants to be a helper. Anyway, just saying, this is a metropolis woman.
But you see, I mean, you say smart. I mean, I don't find this smart, this thing, but maybe it's just her. She's very frugal with her time. And so this is her identification. But anyway, I believe you can find this during date, just like, having conversation. But what I want to say, this is case for every woman in Ukraine, that whatever lifetime she live in Ukraine, she don't want to downgrade it when she move in the West. If she's doing her manicure, I don't know, every 2 weeks, or pedicure one time in a month, she wants to be able to do this in the West. And I know it's cost more money there. And so like this girl in Rad, she understand, like, if she spend, I don't know, $3,000 for gym that she goes, she wants this level of, if man cannot provide, like, why she don't want to be a provider for a man,
Yeah, she goes to a gym that costs $3,000 a month, USD a month, $3,000. The girl in red. Yeah. So that's her family. That's her background.
And she don't want to be,
she doesn't want to downgrade her lifestyle when she's married. Nothing wrong with that.
She don't want to provide for a man, right?
And she's honest about it. So, hey, that's not a scammer.
But
that's an honest person. With high self-esteem, high self-worth. She didn't seem like a narcissist or anything like that to me when I met her, but who knows? So yeah, I guess if I can add my 2 cents in, honey.
Yes. I don't mind.
City.
Get my approval. No,
city girl, higher expectations, generally speaking, doesn't want to move to the village or the country. So if you're a farmer, you don't want a city girl. You don't want to look for a Ukrainian city girl. But as Anna said, it's tricky. She could be a hybrid. She could live in Kiev now, but she can be from a small town. So that's why when we do, can you put the intro session up? Or can you put when we do this with you guys, right? Which is free, right? You're welcome to go. You're welcome to go and register at matchguarantee.com/register, and you get a free matchmaking consult. And so we want to understand, what do you want, right? What's going to make you happy? What type of lady, age, beauty level? And then we're just going to be realistic with you, whether we think we can help you get what you want, right? Maybe you have to course correct a little, but that's where it starts with us, to understand
Thank you. What?
if we believe in your success. If we don't, we won't take you on as a client. So city girl, higher expectations, but not as much, still not really the entitlement. Maybe a little bit, some ladies, of course, but not to the degree it is in the West, that's for sure.
It's this red girl dress or whatever outfit.
Girl in red,
it's exceptional. It's just not. This is very like radical, case.
It's the exception, not the rule. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, normally city girls have less expectations. It's just because she's from very rich family, So those one, they have their lifestyle and they want just to keep it right.
Yeah, and I avoid them, Tracy, like the plague as well. That I don't walk, I run away from that. It's just not congruent with my values. I grew up like Anna, right? We were poor. I was a poor country bumpkin. I wore hand-me-downs until I was 11. Well, 11 was the very first pair of jeans, and you wore clothes made by your mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until you were how old? What was your first pair of dress or whatever from the shop that wasn't made by mom?
I think when I went to this high school, I remember it was like my mama said, listen, on your go to new school, it's like there is all rich kids will be around. And like, if we will not buy her sport costume, sport outfit, it was like because before I was wearing my brother's stuff and like she will have complexes. So I remember our first shopping happened on this 7-kilometer huge market near Odessa, where we went, and like there was very good prices, and we bought my first, I remember, like for physical activity, this sport outfit. Yeah, and some clothes. Probably.
How old were you?
I was like 13.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was 11. You were 13.
Yeah, okay. Maybe before also we was buying something.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
We both grew up with rotary dial phone, even though 20-year age gap. Okay, listen, this is funny. Rotary dial phone. We were at a stand-up comedy. Best for like a what's it called? Canadian, the Canadian one.
Just for Laughs.
Yeah, Just for Laughs. But they were live, in Kelowna. So we went, and she said, nobody under 50 knows what a rotary dial phone is, right? But Anna had the rotary dial phone, and she's 30. Yeah. 38, right? Soon, very soon.
Yeah, because
we grew up with the same music because she was listening to English music. So, it was behind in the Soviet Union, right? So she grew up listening to much of the same music that I did. So it's very, we don't feel a generational gap at all. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
No, don't feel.
Mm-hmm. And what else is similar? Well, I had cold bathtubs as well in a bucket in the old big rubber buckets.
I don't have big. I have small.
In fact, my brothers took I would take the bath, then my mom, then my dad in the same bath water in the rubber bucket. Okay, we had an outhouse. We didn't have a toilet, and we didn't have running water. We hauled in our water. So that's until I was about 9 or 10. Yeah, so this is funny, the similarities, and I think. Can I just tell?
Okay, no, finish.
And I was just gonna say, and I think when you grow up like that, you look for somebody that's similar to you. High expectations, high demand, high maintenance woman is just a total turnoff. I don't care how gorgeous, how whatever, not interested.
But not for you, but for other man who wants actually this sophistication in women, who wants to, with this lifestyle and everything.
Yeah, I don't call it sophistication. You are sophisticated.
Okay.
You are highly sophisticated.
I wanted to share one case.
Okay,
remember, I told you that I was a child who never asked for nothing, and then one time I remember I saw this red outfit in a bazaar market, and I don't know, it's like Carman dress. It's not dress, but just blouse. And I just fall in love, and I like told mom, can you buy it to me? And I remember it was cost even 45 hryvnias. I still remember, because it was like so like dream, you know. And my mom would say, no, we don't have money. And then she come back home and she like talked to my father. And she said, listen, Anya for the first time asks something, you know, like we
How
need
old were
to
you?
do something about this. I was, I think like 15.
Before you asked for anything.
Yeah. And she was like, we need to do something. And I remember they was fighting with father. He said, I need to buy new tires for car. We cannot afford this, you know, this thing. And then I was like, okay, you know, cannot, it's okay too. And then I come back home and I open my drawer and I see this red blouse there, and I was like, wow, you know, like I understand it's something for them. So it was like, you know, they wanted to do really, so like I felt so loved, you know, when I understand they even like it was ruining their plans about like tires or whatever, but they just found this way, you know, to make it through, to, you know, present me what I wanted. And yeah, I mean, this is, you see, this is not about how much we have, like you know, it's just like you felt it was given everything they possibly can give, you know. And it's not, you know, it's not measured by material stuff, but just like by time spent, by open conversation, by heart to heart, you know, things, and by even fights that I had every morning with my mom. You can ask her about this. I was that child, you know, that I know what I need to wear. And I don't care that now winter I want to wear summer dress, you know, and I want to go in summer dress in school.
You sound like Irina.
Like Lizinka.
No, Irina.
Irina, yeah.
Oh my goodness,
I mean,
it's wintertime and she wants to wear a skirt to school.
shorts.
Yeah. Hey, let's deal with this comment. What do you say to this? I'm looking for a low maintenance woman that can provide for me. It's a man.
Can I not comment?
No,
on this?
no. It's so funny, Mr. However you say your name. Yoda. Yeah, Mr. Yoda. We just had a scam interview that went like 2.5 hours on our other channel, Mail Order Bride Scams on YouTube. And that's what the guy said. And guess how much he's been scammed by this industry? $300,000 on paper letter sites. And that's what he's looking for. So good luck with that.
I mean, you know, it's like, I don't know. Those for me sounds like man refusing to be a man, you know? Instead of going and building up yourself as a man, you know, it's like I'm refusing to live according to, I choose to come here in a man's body, you know, with having your own you know, like area to grow, to develop, you know. I want just to attract women who will do this for me, you know, like put your responsibility.
Renee said it well. Good luck. Good luck, buddy. Ain't gonna happen. Okay.
I mean, it can happen, you know. There is in Ukraine also.
It can happen.
There is also in
with a foreigner. It can happen with the Ukrainian man. It can happen with the Ukrainian man.
Yeah, that's what I want
Not
to say.
a foreigner. Ain't no flucking.
But
no flying fucking way in hell that's happening with a foreign man.
Even with
Ukrainian man, alcoholic. Yeah, I've seen it.
But it's also didn't happen in one day. First, when when she married him, he was making his, you know, he was mad.
Look,
you know?
But I'm honest about it. I refuse to be a man. Well, he admits it. Yeah, you know what? I admire
the old babushka can be a good match for you then, you know, like
marry a woman that's older than you, and then maybe strong woman
if you're handsome,
from Lviv, from the West Ukraine. They're very strong in the West. But I want to give a shout out to, what's his name again, subscriber. He's now a once in a lifetime member. Truck driver commented last live stream. This is a beta male. Yeah, this is a beta male. And Ukrainian women, no, they're not attracted to beta males. They're attracted to alphas, providers, strong men, men that aren't going to kowtow to their every whim. Jana talked about that in a great live stream that she did on ukrainedating.tv. So yeah, I think Tracy, Yoda lives by his own rules. Yeah, Yoda rules. Okay.
You know, in this case, you need to be matched with a woman who don't want to be a woman, who wants to live like a man.
Yeah.
But those one, not a
Yeah.
lot of in
Can
Ukraine.
do reverse roles.
You,
Yeah,
you
no,
don't
no,
have
not
a
a lot.
lot of in Ukraine. Yeah, those they mostly they
Lots
happy to
in
be
Canada and America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then maybe in change country. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Come to America. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.
Hello, magic trick. I made Joe disappear. So guys, if you haven't came across our incredible channel, ukrainedating.tv, where average Ukrainian lady stream for you not every day, it was every day. Now we're hoping we had hopes to bring it back to every day. Depends on your guys' support and desire this project to exist. Helping you, those one who, looking for this opportunity, understanding, if that might be your path, or no, going so far away on different continent to find yourself beautiful traditional wife. But then understanding mentality, also for those men who are already in a relationship, to understand how to make it through. Even if you marry already, maybe Slavic woman, it's also for you to understand, and I think this is non-stop process, learning about each other, right?
Okay, I think we're now almost 2 hours. Any other questions, guys, before we let you go until tomorrow? Remember, we will be back every day in December. I'm going to have big bags. I mean, we like streaming for you guys. We do. But it is a bit draining. I just had a 3-hour one. And I just want to, while you guys punch out any final questions, I want to give you a heads up about tomorrow's stream. Am I talking about this tomorrow? Let's see. Before and after. Dun, 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 dun. Every man's worst nightmare about marriage, right? But no, that's Wednesday, I believe. That's today. No, Fake Wives is coming up. And Fake Wives is a good one. It's, we're going to talk about the women you don't want to marry, right? Someone commented, wife shopping? Yeah, I call it wife shopping because when you're single and if you have intention to marry, what do you call dating? Isn't it wife test drive? Dating, you're shopping for a wife, right? I don't mean that you're buying a wife. So anyway, wonderful show. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Tracy. Okay. Have you made a list? A list of topics? Yeah. 1 week at a time. We've done this week. What? We've done the week. And thanks always for the help. What? Mm-hmm. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's, what? Can you put up, please?
No, what you do?
You don't, it's your computer.
It's my computer.
What? Can you put up again the link to the Telegram scam support group? Guys, if you either want to be a support to other blokes that have been scammed or you've been scammed and you need support, either way, you're welcome to join our free Telegram. It's not ours. It's just something we're organized. It's a Telegram chat group where you guys support each other. A brotherhood of men, if you will, that have this commonality of looking for a Slavic wife. Yeah, you're welcome to go to it, and I hope what we'll put up
Thank you very
the
much.
link.
Yes,
Here it is. And I was going to check because we were we're at least past 15 members. Yeah, and it was launched 2 days ago. So that means you guys, you want it, you need it. So that's great. We hope that you will be a support to each other on this not so easy journey to find one of these, to find your soulmate. Yeah. Yeah. So 19 members. Oh, right. Thanks. What? 19 members already. Yeah.
Sir, I want 2 hours ago was 14.
In 2 days. Yeah. Just launched 2 days ago. Yeah. One guy's in Kelowna. So we're going to go for a coffee or a beer and have a powwow. He's got lots of dating experience and scam experience, unfortunately. Yeah. So again, that is the scam support group for men. Be there or be square.
Very inspirational.
All right. So one last call, one last shout out. Hey, why not? You've got, yeah, right there. Go click on the link here there, and get your free matchmaking consult to find out if you can be lucky in love with Ukrainian women. We will give you the straight up truth. We think you can find what you're looking for. Beauty level, age difference, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, here's something interesting. This is our clients. Let me take that off. Our clients on age gap. This is their want.
You see,
kind of interesting.
18%, same age to 5 years. You see,
that's
18.
Huh? 18%. Yeah.
Yeah, you told me every man wants younger. Every man. Come on. If I wouldn't see our clients and their, stories and happy couples, seeing was not every man.
30 plus years younger, only 4%. 25 to 30, 14%. That's out to lunch. And then 20 to 25, again, out to lunch, 14%. You see, these are all categories of men that we cannot help, basically. 15 to 20 years, 7%, maybe. Then you got 10 to 15 years, 18%. Yeah, we can usually help them, right? And then 5 to 10 years younger, 25%. And we can help those guys. Yeah, those are definitely not a problem. Anyway, us engineers, we like stats,
So in total, this is from
the total is 100.
From 0 to 10 years, it was 45%.
What? See what?
45%.
See what is young? So he's like, look at this. What?
No, that's why you want young people. They want the same age or like a little bit younger, up to 5 years.
Yeah, young.
No, the guys.
Yeah.
There is some comments.
Okay, guys, we're gonna let you go until
this is a lot.
Tomorrow.
But almost half of people, half of clients, it's like they have realistic expectations. So this is very uplifting for me.
It's very good.
Because
it's
my first
very
call,
uplifting.
First call with Match Guarantee was man 68 years old. He said, "Listen, I just never felt better than now. I'm like feel like myself like I'm 30, and I want 24 years old girl." And I'm like, please, where is exit?
I'm gonna play this. We're gonna end on age gap. Age doesn't matter. We'll see you guys next time.
They all say that. Don't worry about I'm not worried about the age. Age doesn't matter at all, and they'll convince you that it doesn't matter, and they'll keep on until you believe it that it doesn't matter, but it does. I understand that I'm 64 years old, but never got past 20 in my heart, so I still feel young at heart. I've got a lot to offer. I come here looking for an honest relationship, an honest an honest woman, someone who I could relate to, enjoy, and be with, and maybe eventually marry and have a family.
Uh-huh.
Can you cut a minute?
Okay, sure.
I get emotional.
Yeah. You want a tissue? You got your own.
Yeah. I got no. It is draining. It is emotionally draining to me to go through all this, to resonate on everything that has happened, and contemplate of the experiences and realize you've been duped out of a lot of money.
Hey guys, that was poor lad Jeff. He messaged me when I was living in Kiev. Yeah. On WhatsApp, I said, "Do you want to have an interview?" Yeah, but yeah, that's poor fella. That's pretty obvious, I think, to most people, right? Yeah. So you guys seem like you still want to be entertained a little bit. So here's one of my most shocking, I think, scam videos. So how to dodge a bullet.
I've been separated over 2.5 years, and you want somebody to spend the second part of your life in the best way possible. I think I deserve it. Right? I deserve a second love.
Men are coming over here because they've gotten divorced. Their wives aren't happy with them anymore.
They look like a Miss Universe or something like that. It's a dream for every single middle-aged man to have multiple choices.
Real girls. Actually, I have never had real girls in my life.
I never had a real girl in my life. Poor chap. I'm not going to play that full video because I think that exposes a particular brand. But I'll just say, which do you think, which world is real? That world or this world?
Have you been searching for a beautiful wife? Do you dream of meeting the perfect woman, but haven't found her? Well, imagine if there was a simple way this could all change for you. Imagine if there was a Canadian marriage agency that would introduce you to as many beautiful women as it takes until you find the one. Ukraine, a lost world of beautiful traditional women. At last, a place where you can find the beautiful wife you have always dreamed of. Every Ukrainian woman dreams of having a happy family. Now you can have a traditional beautiful wife from Ukraine, creating happy family memories forever. So what are you waiting for? Register right now and Skype our beautiful ladies completely free. So what makes us different, you might ask? Why not ask Google simply by searching Match Guarantee Reviews? The ultimate purpose of this live stream is to hold another no-holds-barred auction. And some lucky bachelor is gonna win our ultimate matchmaking package that past clients have paid 10 grand for. But now you can practically steal it for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder's gonna win. 2 years of unlimited dating to meet as many of our 1,147 high-quality Ukrainian beauties as you want. Over, as I say, a 2-year period. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with one of our superstar coaches. Okay, let's let the bidding begin.
The bidding's already began. The high bid right now is $5,100. Anybody bid 5,003. Anybody bid 5,3. Anybody bid 5,3. Anybody bid 3. Okay, you can bid on the link in the description below, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at high noon in Vancouver, 3 p.m. Eastern time.